And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. Taken in at the 3. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
The straight ahead running, I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Second down at 4. They're going to look to throw. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Emmanuel Ogbah that time able to drop him for a loss. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Back to throw here. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a great return here gets us one all the way down to the 26-yard line. After the turnover, here's Murray. Open man, completes it to Claypool. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
On play action, it's Murray. On the move to his left. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Kyler Murray, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Texans on just 2 plays have taken the... Oh, and now they're going to fake it. It's caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone to build the lead up 2 more. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts. Not in your favor. Run your offense out there. Put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2. But I'll be darned. They ended up getting that one, didn't they?
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. He'll look to throw. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Elijah Mitchell with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. It's a wobbler, and it's intercepted. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Montez Sweat has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
3rd and 20, and no surprise, the defense in the guide. Back to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Blake Gillikin on the punt now on 4th down. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is brought in at the 21. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So here are the Texans to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. First down, Murray. Flushed out right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A huge play there for Houston.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Chase Claypool with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Oh, and now they're going to... And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Titans offense set to begin to drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that'll make it 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. 79 yards. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Out of his end zone comes Andy Isabella. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. Play action. Now it's Murray. Completion here to Claypool. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big connection on that one. 33 yards. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has zero answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. Now Murray. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Josh Oliver, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Texans will add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
The numbers for Zeke from last week. 23 carries, 106 yardage-wise, and the score as well.
Well, this is where it becomes a challenge for the offensive coordinator. He's got a bell cow at tailback right now, number 3 in the league in rushing, within shouting distance of the lead. But at the same time, if the passing game is open, he's got to take advantage of that too.
2nd and 6. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Montez Sweat has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. The Titans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. On now is the Titans punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 18. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. Now Murray off play action. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Houston. Chase Claypool, 78 yards. And the Texans are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the round is on here in this first half. Plain and simple there, just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? He'll drop to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. On now is the Titans punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And take it right on the 30. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now out comes Houston. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. They'll roll him out right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And got his man complete.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray being chased out left. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. Play fake. Murray. Buying time to his left. That's going to be caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. To throw, it's Murray. Escaping the pressure right. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. Murray now on 1st down. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. To throw is Murray. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
On 2nd and goal, Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Michael Thomas. His first touchdown on the year. And the Texans continue to pour it on. splits the uprights. And a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Emmanuel Ogbah busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now back to throw. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends of what we've seen so far.
On the give, this is their fullback. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. And it's fielded at the 34. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Now Kyler Murray ready to get back under center. He's got to be feeling pretty good. Playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm. Throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. A final shot before half from Murray. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Michael Thomas as time expires in the first half. And the Texans would extend their lead here just before halftime. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And it's caught inside the 5. And he will get into the end zone. So a perfect finish to the half. They get the touchdown on the final play. And 2 more for good measure. And just like that, on we head to half number 2.
Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in the second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point. Isabella now from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Murray now on first down. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Houston. Chase Claypool, his third touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Texans come right out of the locker room and score here. And now they're going to fake it. It's caught inside the 10, and he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say, they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
No. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. Elliott a first down and more. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A big pickup there on the run. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll set up to throw. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Oh, now it's stripped. He loses the football. And the Texans say they have it. They do. The 20. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. Point after try forthcoming. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. It's caught inside the 10. And he will not make it to the goal line. It's his try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded right at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. We were down there. That message would have been received a whole different way because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Montez Sweat racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he'll be out right at the 35.
Or maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
This pass finds its way to Williams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. Back to throw here. He finds his man, complete. That's Craig. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this punt sails over the sideline, and the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1 play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up, whether it's on your grease board.
He's got a man, complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A huge play there for Houston. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Murray. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground, incomplete. 2nd and 10. Thanks for tagging along with us here from Houston, Texas. On play action, it's Murray. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Dancing to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. Sliding out of the pocket. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. This is caught inside the 15. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. Back now in Houston. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll try the left side. It's Mitchell. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Elijah Mitchell. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Texans look like they're about to... Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number 1, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number 2, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. They'll come out throwing here to start under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Back to throw. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And here comes the Texans now. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remote's clicking off right now. 73 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. And a guy that can change the game, shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game? It just happened right there.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Mitchell diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And this is caught at the 5. And he will not make it to the goal line. It's his try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. He gets away from 1. Brings it up just shy of the 25. Showed some of that quickness there on the move. Second and 2. And his throw here is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Titans on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Mitchell. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. On third down, Mitchell. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Nothing doing on second and third down after that 9-yard gain on first. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a fourth down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Here we go on fourth down. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on fourth. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. They'll drop to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Houston's offense taking over again. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the fourth. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Mitchell, and he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Play action. Now it's Murray. Eluding the pressure right. Murray has the first down and more. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. They'll run on first down. Mitchell. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. The last run got 6, now second and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Mitchell. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Now Murray. And he will find his man Samuel. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. Say, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And his pass is caught. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. And the Titans are going to recover the football. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Texans are going to have it here just past the 25. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 35. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on off.